Agency owners, aspiring agency owners, it's time to get unstuck. It's time to get results, whether it be getting your first client, your fifth client, your 10th client, or never worrying about clients again. Over the next 5 days, we're going to set you right. What's going on? This is day one of our agency boot camp. Remember, we're calling it the boot camp because here is when we do the work. After these 5 days, we're going to go another week next week that my team will support you during that week to help you land even more clients. And this is where the magic happens. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where you get to put what you learned this week into action to get results next week, measure the results, and again, as I've mentioned, we are going to be giving away prizes. So let's do a little bit of housekeeping. Put my microphone down before we jump into today's training. And the housekeeping requires me to jump on my computer, so let's go ahead and do that. First, in order to get the up-to-date information about the way the challenge works, what we're going to be talking about during the week, you can go to getclientchallenge.com. I'm going to extend the sign up till after this video. So you still, this video is going to be launching in the next couple of hours. And if you're watching this, we're going to extend the sign up until tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At least more people can, that maybe are not on my email list or that only watch my YouTube, now they'll know that this boot camp has launched and will continue over the next 4 days after today. Okay? You can read through this. Here's the criteria and curriculum for the next 4 days after today. And, I may go on and off this exact criteria based on me building this out. But loosely, this is what we're going to be learning. Okay. And then obviously, next week is the bonus week. The support will be in my Future Agencies group. Make sure you are in the Future Agencies group. There's about 9,000 members in here. So make sure that you are paying attention in here. And if you take a look over here in My Future Agencies, you'll see there's a July 2024 boot camp. This is where all the posts are going to be added. Okay. Questions, results, anything that you would post about this boot camp this week will be posted in this category. In order to do that, you just put your title, whatever, then select July boot camp. Okay. That's where you'll be posting those. Now, real quick, if you don't have your Go High Level trial, you need it. You got to get it. If you already have Go High Level, whether it's under me or somebody else, you can, the boot camp will be fine. But in order for this to work for you, you need Go High Level. So again, I believe I have the best offer out there because Go High Level is really, really geared toward agencies. And so I don't teach how to sell Go High Level. I don't teach how to sell missed call text back. I teach you how to run a real business, sell the services. You want to call it SaaS, call it whatever you want, but you need to have services tied to Go High Level in order to make this business work. You're not going to build a business on missed call text back. I'm sorry, you're not. And over the next 5 days, you're going to be completely convinced on why that is. So use my link, get all the bonuses that I offer by using my link. If you want to check out what that looks like, all you got to go to is highlevelrewards.com. Use the link that's over here, or in the Future Agencies, go to Classroom. This free resources section, you're going to see a tab that says Join under Us, and then a tab that says Our Go High Level Affiliate Links. And here you can see all the choices of getting a trial under Us, and then you just DM me on Skool to get the Go High Level training unlocked, which is this one. This is our Go High Level training, and as you can see, my Go High Level training is built around understanding Go High Level and how to add the services to Go High Level, okay? And you'll see all the links. There's links basically everywhere. Now, if you want to know if it's worth it, I mean, the only thing I can share with you here is, as you can see, there's 3,438 people that have trusted me in signing up under me. Okay, over the last, I think I just started offering it less than a year ago. So that is a lot of people. And I've gotten only one person that ever said, oh, I signed up under you, but I was expecting something else. It's not what I expected. And so So 1 out of 3,000 people that weren't happy, so be it, right? I bet you that person will come back eventually. Anyway, so that is my housekeeping of all that stuff. Now, each day that I post a video, I'll probably continue to do this housekeeping. So if you missed anything, you could always, the beautiful thing is this is pre-recorded, so you could always watch this stuff. I do want to point out that, again, the support for this bootcamp will be in this Future Agencies. All the links that I talk about is down below. Okay, so step 1 would be get into Future Agencies. Step 2 would be go high level under our affiliate link. And step 3 would be plug in and do the work. You can ingest the next 5 days of information and accomplish nothing if you do nothing. But if you do plug in, there's going to be a lot of happy people at the end of these 5 days and at the end of next week. So without further ado, let's jump into the meat and potatoes. So naturally, almost every business starts with who. I mean, when you talk about clients, what kind of clients? When you talk about selling products, who do you want to sell them to? And so there's no difference here, right? The cliche always is step 1, pick your niche. I get it. It gets boring to hear, but the beautiful thing is I'm not going to force you to pick a niche during these 5 days. And you shouldn't. You should never start your business by pigeonholing yourself into a niche. Again, when everybody zigs, what's the best thing to do? Zag. The reason why you get such a hard pitch when it comes to people teaching things about like, hey, do this, or if you can't pick a niche, you can't succeed. It's because most people need to be told what to do, unfortunately. And so I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm going to trust that you are your own person. And through the trainings and knowledge we provide you, you will make the right decisions because there is no wrong decisions here. And so take a deep breath and say, wow, finally somebody is telling me that I don't have to get stuck on picking a niche for the next 5 years of my life. Believe me, guys, I've seen it over and over again. I've taught over 8,000 people this business, and I can tell you right now, this is where people get stuck. So let's get you unstuck today. So first we want to look at niche versus service because they go hand in hand. And you got to understand the difference and how it impacts profitability. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Are riches in the niches? Does it matter if you're a specialist or a generalist? Will it make it easier to close business if you decide on a niche today? And eventually, if you do pick a niche, will it be easier to rinse, repeat, and scale? By the end of this day's training, you will have an answer to this. And so I do want to say niching down is completely fine, but only when you get results for that niche. And also, you have to love working with that niche. If you hate working with kitchen and remodeling clients, how are you going to build a big business around that? You have to enjoy working with people. And believe me, there are niches out there that will drive you crazy. And so in the beginning stages of building your agency, you want to explore different niches. And eventually, you will come to a point where you've worked with enough different clients that you will say, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I love you. Now I'm niching down. And that is the beauty of choice. And so the easiest ways to do that is existing opportunities and experience, service-based, because not every niche actually needs every service. And so there may be services that you love to provide and services that you don't want to. We'll get into that in just a second. And then results-based. There were niches, as an example, pain management was a very, very big niche for my agency. And we got them crazy results. And because of that, we ended up really niching down into pain management doctors. And so then we had results because of it. And because we had results, it was easier to land future clients, easier to get referrals out of that person's market, obviously. And so these are all different things that you have to take into account prior to you saying, I'm going to pick a niche today. And so when we're talking about niches, you may already have opportunities around you. And so this is why I hate to say pick a niche today, because what if you have family friends that are or that is a pain management doctor? Why would you not explore that opportunity? What if you have acquaintances that own wellness centers? Why would you not explore that? And so if I said I'm going after dentists and I have a family acquaintance or family member that owns a wellness center, why would I force myself into dental when I have opportunities already here? Let's talk about having experience in a niche. Have you worked with a wellness center before? Did you work with a contractor building new homes or remodeling kitchens? That's experience you could tie yourself into. You could talk to the lingo of that. An example would be a case study that I'll be posting in the next couple of weeks about a very young student of ours who worked for a kitchen and remodeling company, contractor actually. And he was like, why am I putting up sheetrock and hanging cabinets when I could literally learn this business and then go after everybody that I've talked to, everybody that I've learned? Why can't I blow up this person's business? I'll get paid more than hanging sheetrock, right? And so previous employment. And then again, if you've already been employed in certain niches, you already speak that language. You don't even need to do the research. And the minute you speak on the level in a niche, they immediately listen to you more. And so we tie into the arm's reach method, which we'll get into this week, of highlighting these opportunities. Arm's reach makes sense because it's people in your sphere, people you already know. And it's even people that know people that you don't know, okay? And so again, and I've done a lot of videos about this, when you get into this business, you need to start speaking to people. You need to get out of your way of fear, anxiety, shyness. Talk to people. Let everybody know what you do, even if you're just planting seeds here and there. You don't have to try to sell people. You know, the big thing that I used to do is just tell people what I did, whether it be in conversation at coffee shops, in previous employments. Hey, this is what I'm doing. I never even asked for business. All the electricians that I used, because I used like 3 of them at the time. Plumbers, they all knew what I did. Everybody that I hired knew what I did. Choosing a niche based on services that you want to provide is one way to do it as well, because it allows you to control the consistency of results. It will filter prospects, and it makes scaling it a lot easier. Now, we will be talking about trial services. And so based on what kind of trial services you want to provide, again, this is foot in the door services, it also could force you into a niche, which is fine, because we're going to be talking about this week reputation management as an example, but we'll be also training on it and teaching it and all that stuff. You want to also keep in mind when thinking about this, niches that rely on reviews versus those that don't. The cool thing is that I can't really think of many niches that don't really rely or need reputation management, hence why this is what we do. And the cool thing is you could do your own also research during this process by looking at like Groupon. What offers are out there? What offers are on Groupon? What businesses are using Groupon? What businesses are running Google ads? And if you do that, you're going to see the need for the service. You're going to see the people that are, the niches that are willing to spend money. That's what this really means. We're still talking about kind of getting your mind around what niche you should go to. If we're going to be going down the reputation management hole to provide that services, by the way, if you don't know what that is, you'll know by the end of this video. Restaurants, contractors, any medical, dental, wellness centers. Guys, it's almost anybody. We choose this foot in the door service because you can still make good money with it, and almost 99% of niches need it, which then allows you to go back to this family, friends, previous employment, any arm's reach. So you have the opportunity to hold your hands out in a way and try to grab whomever you can get. These 5 days is about landing clients, not picking a niche. We want to land clients. Forget the niche. And that's why I hope by the end of this whole niche talk, you'll say, you know what? I'm just going to grab whatever opportunity I have around me. And that's going to be the clients that I land. And then I will get specific on that niche in my future business. Once we know that most businesses are heavily relying on reviews, yes, there are some that are not, but it's hard for me to even think which ones aren't. Then we want to look at immediate opportunities. Who's in your circle? Like really, really think about it, okay? And then we'll be talking about arm's reach prospecting, all right, in upcoming days. But who do you know? Like think about it. Who does your parents know? Your friends know? Your acquaintances? Who owns businesses? Like you really need to actually sit and think. And after this video today, I really want you to get a piece of paper out and start writing everybody that you know and anybody that could be a business owner. And if you come back and say to me, I don't know anybody, well, who have you hired to come into your home, to come into anywhere to fix something? Who have your parents hired? Did your HVAC break? Did your air conditioning break? Did your heater break? Did you have to hire an electrician or a plumber? Like think. Ask your parents, who have you hired? Again, if you're young, who have you hired in the last 3 months? Okay. These kind of things will allow you to pull out the low-hanging fruit instead of struggling on how do I run a Facebook ad for my agency? You're not there yet, right? You'll get there, but you're not there yet. And so if you're going to choose a niche based on existing results, this could give you the confidence to prospect faster and close deals. And so if you do have some clients, maybe you have 2 clients or 3 clients, did you get any results for them? If you did, you want to go after more of those. So there's a natural progression on niching down. We just don't want to make the decision now to niche down unless you have the results to start doing it. And so once you fall into the opportunity of, yes, I have a client or 2. Yes, I got this kitchen home remodeler, 100 leads in the last 2 months. Well, maybe the conversation will be a lot easier. For example, if you look on the screen, hey, we just helped Mary Realtor or Mary Kitchen Home Remodeler. We got them 100 referrals and closed 3 deals last month. If you're looking to expand to another kitchen remodeler or realtor, would you like us to do the same thing for you? I mean, isn't that an easier conversation? This is why we say you could also find a lot of opportunity in maybe existing results that you already have. And so research sources would be just look at results you've already gotten or results someone else has gotten. Meaning, do you know anybody else that are agency owners that you could also say that maybe does really well with realtors? Well, why can't you leverage their results in your area? Maybe you partner with them on a client or 2. You go out there, use the results to hook them in, sell them, and then outsource the fulfillment to somebody that you know is crushing it. Okay? That's also another way to do it. And so I want you to take a look at this triangle in some sense. And so the reason why we do it this way is because when you're learning the foundations and you're using arm's reach, people in your sphere, you get the opportunity to be niche blind. You're going to be service specific, reputation management, because that's going to be the offer and the trial and the irresistible offer, but the niche is blind. You get to do it with any niches. Now, when you start to move up into the layers of this triangle, You start to get more niche specific and service specific and offering more services. You could do more cold stuff. And when you get up into layer 3, this is where you are niche specific, service specific, results specific, and you can start running paid ads. Okay, you could do more. It's hybrid prospecting. You could do paid ads. You could do cold call, email, social media, cold prospecting, and you could still do some arms reach. But the problem is that arms reach is niche blind because you're reaching out to anybody, no matter what niche they're in. Paid ads, you're targeting dentists, you're targeting kitchen remodelers, contractors, pool installation, things like that, because you have the results to back it up. Okay? I hope that makes sense. If you don't, any questions, by the way, you could post in the Future Agencies group or down in the comments below. All right, so before we jump into the service and talking about services, let's talk about some action items that you need to take after this video. Number one, we want to start with our arms reach method, meaning your inner circle, people you've done business with, and or look at past results that you've gotten clients. And those are the niches that you're going to naturally start with. We're not going to be launching Facebook ads when you don't really have any experience or any case studies or any results, right? Always remember that when you feel like other agencies grew their agencies because they had something special, or they had this but you don't have it, you're wrong. And the sooner you figure that out, the sooner you'll move past it. We all started with nothing. We started with no results, no connections, no money, and no time. Okay, people didn't go to college and became agency owners. This is an entrepreneurship journey that every single one of us, that you probably are looking at the end result and thinking there's a magic rainbow that they rode on to get to the pot of gold. The reality is it's untrue, and it's an excuse you're probably telling yourself. We all started with no results, no money, no time. I was working a full-time job. There was no rainbow for me to ride. It was sheer will, gut, time, forcing myself to do the things that I didn't want to do. And if you want things bad enough, you're willing to do it. Okay? So that's number one. Number two is at the end of this day, probably the next 15 to 20 minutes, I'm going to give you a script. And I'll explain what to do with that script. All right? We'll show it at the end of this video. But that's going to be really your only homework until day 2. All right? And you don't got much time. But the cool thing is you got all next week to start implementing all this. Okay. So the niche we talked about. Now we're going to talk about the service, because the service is important. Right? We're breaking this down into easy, actionable steps so you can actually take action. So let's talk about the main services that I teach in my coaching program. We have message marketing, which is database reactivation, aka database reactivation. And that's just using businesses' customer lists to generate them sales. It's the easiest and fastest way to do it. Most clients, even trial clients, don't even know this exists. Okay. Then reputation management, where we're using email and text messages to generate online reviews for businesses. I have a snapshot that you will get at the end of these trainings, or I think it might be at the end of day 2 or 3. You have to have Go HighLevel, hopefully under my link, but if not, it's okay. And so you could deploy that immediately, whether it's with current clients that you have or what you can use for an offer for your potential clients. And then you also have lead gen, Facebook ads, pay-per-click ads, and other advertising methods online. Now, one of the bonuses that I give my $297 Go HighLevel affiliates is you get a pay-per-click ads training and you get a Facebook ads training. Yes, it's enough training to get you up and running. It's not in-depth, but at least it's something to get you up and running. Like you'll be able to launch a Facebook ad or launch a pay-per-click ad at the end of those 20 to 30-minute trainings. They're yours for free if you are on 297 level under our affiliate link, or you end up getting on that, right? And you could always skip the trial to get them sooner. So let's talk about services. We're going to dive into rep management because that's what we're going to be concentrating on these 5 days. There's a reason for that. Okay. So let's do a rep management deep dive so you have a full understanding of it. So then when we deploy it in the next couple of days, you'll understand how to do that. Okay. So most people do not voluntarily leave reviews even with a good experience. Matter of fact, especially with a good experience. People with bad experiences, they scream louder than those that have good experiences. So if that's the way it works, then businesses have a disadvantage for the truth to come out about their business. Because if the scale tips to people screaming when things go bad and not saying anything when things go good, well, that's bad for clients and that's bad for businesses. And that's why deploying reputation management in all of your clients, future, past, present, is a must. It should always come in your offer. Reviews mean more now than ever, and they will mean even more to businesses in the future. Amazon is who drove the need for reviews into the market of every business on this planet. We have students that they literally only run a reputation management offer, and they have, a lot of clients. Not something that I would want to do. We'll talk about how to add more services and upselling and all that stuff over the next few days. But it just shows that, we have students that have 70, 80 clients only on rep management. That's all they want to do. Other students, they just land a franchise and get 40 of their franchisees under one roof, and we use Go HighLevel for that. Okay. And some people, that's just all they want to do. And that's fine. Right. And so the benefits of this is it gives businesses simple, fast solutions to manage and monitor reviews, increases positive customer reviews with little effort, helps clients filter and address negative customer experiences. And prior to them hitting the web and damaging their brand, we will try to fix it before they do. Increases online exposure. It's more opportunity for potential clients to find that business. And it gives more opportunity for customers to see positive experiences about this business, especially if more people are willing to leave bad reviews than good reviews, right? We need to reach out to their customers and ask them, how was your experience? All right. So this is a very, very, very important service that I wish every agency deployed within their agency. All right. And so it goes like this. Customer receives an email or a text asking about the experience. If it's a good experience, we ask them to leave a review on Google, and then they get a new positive review. If it's a bad experience, we ask them to leave an internal response. Why was it a bad experience? Fill out this form. Then that negative review gets saved from the internet. Now, those of you who are wondering if this is considered review gating, again, it's a gray area in some sense, but I actually don't think, for me, this is my own personal experience. Number one, I will say that I'm not going to tell you to do it one way or another. I'm just not. Okay, I'm going to tell you that this is the way we do it. This is the way a lot of our students do it. And then those students who want to veer more on the quote unquote safe side, they just put a note basically that says, oh, I'm so sorry you had a bad experience. We would love to fix it before leaving a review here, right? So they still want to give the opportunity the same way it does up here and it does down here. Not one person has ever had a problem with this, because remember, we're not stopping them from just going to Google and leaving a review. They could just go to Google the business's name, right, and leave a review. The big problems happen when businesses say, go leave me a good review and I'll pay you $50, right? That's the problem. That's the main issue. That is highly illegal. You can run contests that say, hey, I'm going to give away a $50 Amazon gift card over the next 7 days as a contest to everybody who leaves a review, any review, good review, bad review, doesn't matter. Okay. And so that's the way we look at it. You can do it however you want. If you feel more comfortable still putting the Google Go Leave a Review Google link like we do on the good experience, on the bad one, again, it's fine, right? You can go ahead and do that. All right, and so it looks like this, right? They get a text or email with the stars. Somebody leaves a 4-star review. We ask them review us on Google, and then you can go and review them on Google. Down here, bad experience 3, they just get a form. But if you could like zoom in here, down here, you'll see it's just a form. And then like I mentioned earlier, this link here for a good review, they would just put it down below the form. All right. But a lot of times people just want their voice to be heard. And so they really don't want to leave a bad review. They want the owner to know they're pissed. And this gives them every opportunity to do it. And then they get this, thank you for your feedback. Also, we've had some people, mostly not our students, but people who we've taught this on YouTube and go through Go HighLevel and all that stuff. Also, if they fill this out on this thank you feedback page, they would put, do you still feel like you want to leave a review? And then they'll put this link there. Okay. Again, I just want to make it very apparent that there's no right or wrong way. In the end, as long as if somebody had a bad experience, the business owner knows and fixes it, because somebody who left a negative review could always go back and change the stars. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to give you a script or a script to post on your Facebook page tonight, right when you're done with this, or in the morning, whenever you have time. And here's why. We've been talking about arm's reach method. This is one of the top methods our students have used to get clients. And when I say, I'm talking about huge amounts of retainers landed with this. And it's a non-salesy way to announce what you're doing. I don't care how scared you are, how embarrassed you are. I don't care if nobody even responds to what I'm going to tell you to post. It's about getting out of your way and doing things that you normally wouldn't do. It's an easy way to leverage your network for a warmer introduction. It's referral, which makes it nice and warm. And again, it's niche blind, which we've been talking about. And all you want to do is post your arm's reach on your personal Facebook profile. You can segment your friends list to only show to specific people. For example, if you're embarrassed and you don't want mom and dad to know this because they want you to live a normal life and work a 9-to-5 for the rest of your life, and you're afraid to be judged by them, simply create a list that doesn't include your parents. I'm just trying to give you an example. You can actually do it. It's very, very simple to do. And you could do one of these posts every few weeks if you want. Once a month. You could change the wording, use ChatGPT. And this is what I want you to post today. Hey, does anyone know any small businesses looking to bring in some extra revenue right now? I have something I'm working on for helping businesses generate new business and looking to test it out with someone in my network. If you have a friend or family member that runs a small business that you think might be a good fit, please tag them here or shoot me a message. Why is this easy and important? Because posting something is easier than making phone calls. And when people want to help people out, especially like you're not saying like, yeah, I'm looking for some business that you guys know that is willing to spend $5,000 a month. Like, this is so easy. And what this allows you to do is have a normal conversation. The more conversations you have, the more confident you get. You start out the trials. You don't charge them anything. You get them a little bit of results. Then the conversation to move them from free trial into with the results into paying is just so much easier. It's how I built my entire agency from scratch while working a full-time job as a teacher, then vice principal, for years and years and years, okay? And so this is where I started. I started with a message like this. Maybe it's changed a little bit over time. And the last time I had people do this, the amount of people that came back to me was like, I literally wasted a year of trying to figure out how to find people. And all I had to do was post this. Yes, this is all you have to do. Some people won't get results. It's okay. Do it every 2 weeks. If you're not getting response, use ChatGPT, change it around a little bit, whatever you think. But this will help get the action, which will create the motivation, which then creates more action. And so going back to the action items before I end this video, arm's reach, find somebody in your network and post that script tonight. And tomorrow, we're going to be talking all about offers, strategies, and making this a very, very easy no-brainer. Make sure you join Future Agencies, get on a trial under our link, get all the bonuses that come with it, and I'll see you tomorrow night on the next video. Like, subscribe, shoot me a comment down below if this was helpful. Any questions, shoot it down below. And don't forget that when you post in the Future Agencies, you want to look in the July 2024 bootcamp. That's where you're going to post it. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.